Alright, what's up Titanx community? I hope you guys are having a good one. Today's video is looking to be one of them good green days. Man, disregard my glasses, yo. I had to take off my contacts because it was giving me too much of a headache. It kind of feels weird having my glasses on for a video. Anyways, 6 zeros and 9642 is what we are looking at right now. I have pretty good news, and one of them being that we're looking to be like, we're like switching from very bearish to very bullish. A bunch of great green flags are popping up. I'm about to point them out. So we bounced pretty much perfect to this support line, my yellow support line, which was at like 5.1 and some change, right? It hit like on the body candle. It hit like 5.2, 5.3, something like that. So the fact that we did exactly this means it was such great technical analysis on my end, but as well as other influencers out there like The Verse, Trader Lee, a bunch of other Twitter posts I've saw that they were getting pretty much the same thing as I was. Now RSI oversold territory, it bounced perfectly. You know, the members got in pretty cheap at the DCA marks that I mentioned, that I made a video for them. If you want to join and be a member, go ahead and do so. I'm more than happy to see some of you new guys out there. Now, the RSI is still, the 1334 is still technically bearish. But remember a few days ago, not even a few days ago, this was actually like a week ago, more than a week ago. I don't remember. But remember whenever I drew this scenario out here, this 1334 crossing bearish, but then eventually crossing bullish, this was my prediction. You know, some random lines out there. So look at this. This was my prediction. It was going to do it somewhere up here. It looks like we may actually start doing it. Maybe not exactly how I drew it, but somewhere along the lines of that. So here live in front of you guys, I'm going to delete this. I don't like deleting any of my lines or moving any of my lines without recording, because there's some people that are probably going to say, oh my God, he did it. He moved the lines to make it look like he knows what he's doing. Whatever, bruh. But I did it here in front of you guys live. I think the outcome, oops, wrong one. I think the outcome could be almost the same, but a little bit like different. I think it could be something like this. It could be still across, right? Maybe not up here, but it's still going to be somewhere in this range, because if this crosses like so, this will be a very bullish indicator. And the fact that we will be closing a candlestick above the support line, we broke through this resistance really easily, in my opinion. And now the candlestick is already, it opened up above, so that's an even better sign. Like, it's such a good bounce, and the trend is now going the other way. Instead of bearish, is now like looking is going to be a hyper bullish move. And if this outcome happens, we will see over here in the 1.5 zone in no time. It's going to be a very interesting the next few days. I want to say the next 8 days, maybe. What's today's date? The 17th? Around there. Yeah, like around 8 days or so. It's going to be a very interesting pattern and volatility-wise for the token. And not only that, but what I'm also really happy is that the RSI resetted all the way down here, and now the price is higher from previous over here, right? So that means look how much room we have that we could potentially go. We're trading at 52.34 right now on the RSI. We could technically go all the way to 81.5 until you see how on the RSI it topped out each time on my line. That I'm gonna go ahead and move this one a little. No, I'm gonna keep it here. Actually, I'm gonna keep it there. It did get really overbought right here, but I want to go off of these 4 marks that I'm pointing out right here. We could technically go all the way over here until we see a pullback or some sort of rejection. So there's this big gap on the RSI that we can have room to just go. I feel like if and when we get to this mark, that will be probably whenever we break through this yellow, the next highest resistance line. These blue lines are small resistance lines that we will be bumping into, which I think once we get here, we might even see a little tiny pullback. Nothing too major, but if it just continues to go up, that's perfectly fine by me. But what I'm really trying to say is that this is looking great, man. Like, phenomenal. A lot of whales and a lot of position, big people with big positions just got out and got weak hands, and they decided to just dip, which is perfectly fine by me, because whenever we were trading below all the way down here, tokens were still being burnt. And now Shogun is, I mean, if it would be the perfect storm that this cross is bullish, Shogun launches, and we push easily through the yellow resistance line, and Shogun is the one that pushes up the price even further. There's a bunch of scenarios, man. Like, in my opinion, it's way more green scenarios than red scenarios. But anything can happen. Like, right now, it's still not technically confirmed because the 1334 have not crossed. Okay, so it's all just a prediction, a theory, something that could happen. You know, another scenario is that we could just get rejected and break down from this support, new support, and we break down, we start heading lower and lower. You know, that's another scenario that can happen. But as of right now, it looks solid. Literally, all of the tokens this morning, some of them have pulled out a little bit, like Hydra's down 9%, which ain't nothing. Like, these are just little crumbs, nothing major. But this morning, I was gonna say this morning, like, everything was 20, 30, 50% up in the green. The fact that even Viper's looking like the chart for Viper's looking very similar to the Volt chart side, and that's whenever it started to take off all the way to what 10x it did, and Viper's looking like it's forming the same patterns on the early days of Volt. Legend X, we're up a good amount. The members are we're on Alien X, we're like break even ish on Alien X. Morpheus, we're up 300% since we got in. Great, that looks beautiful. Even Lotus is up, that's good to see. Volt is back to 5 cents. That is so crazy. That's great though, I love it. Hyper, I got some miners coming out in about 3 days. So overall, it's looking like a beautiful day. Like, if you hailed through this, you can hold through a lot more. Trust me. Like, I showed a picture on Twitter, and I also showed it on video a couple of times, you know, where we were comparing the Hex chart to the Titanx chart, and it's so crazy how they are so freaking similar. They are literally neck and neck from each other. You know, we had a big run the same time period as Hex, and then we had a pullback the same time period as Hex, which was November. And then that's whenever things started going parabolic for Hex, was around beginning of December, I think it was, somewhere around there, all the way through who knows when, right? I think it was like a whole year straight of just ups, and of course there was pull downs. So whenever we go up 1,000%, expect a pullback of 70%, and then another run for another 1,000%. You know, that pullbacks are healthy, and that's how it sustains itself. So expect pullbacks on our way up. If we do end up going a lot higher than where we bumped into over here, expect another pullback like this, okay? And you got to be ready for it. It'll be totally up to you if you decide to hold or take profit or get out completely. That will be your decision. It's not my decision, nobody's decision but yours, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, comment down below anything. It helps the algorithm. Join, be a member. I'm more than happy to see a lot of new folks out there. And yeah, that should be it. Take it easy. I'm out. Peace.